And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I'm your host, the RPG guy, and I am a masochist. I'm playing this game right now. Okay, let's go. So, Wintry Cave. So, the Wintry Cave is going to have no real new enemies outside of what we fought earlier, but by all means, go ahead and blast magic. Just be a little attentive to who you do this with, as I accidentally put that on auto, didn't I? Son of a bitch! At least she killed them all, that way it's not a waste. Hold on here. I knew that thing went off and I wasn't paying attention. There we go. So, the Wintry Cave doesn't really offer too much of interest. Let's AoE fire this bitch. Then pick off the leftovers. Now there are going to be fights as we get deeper into this dungeon that we're not going to be able to use the magic on, because oh, that's all used up. We're going to burn through the magic probably around the halfway point, but we don't want to worry too much about this. We just want to make sure we don't burn through our fire magic. That's our lightning, thunder magic. We don't want to burn through our thunder magic, because that will be relevant to what's coming up later. And realistically, we should be using Phoebe's fire magic instead of fucker, so I will make a point to do that from now on. And whenever we fight these clowns, I'm not going to waste magic. It's only when there's scorpions in the party do I really want to focus on changing it up. Alright, let's see. Uh-oh. We're blind! I'm blind! Oh god! I can't see! I don't care that much about that. We have the means to remove status effects out of battle, which was what we'll probably do. I want to save my magic for the boss fight coming up, as per usual. Unless we start getting low, or run out, is probably a better term. Here's a new enemy here. Again, worms are weak to the axe, so there's no reason to not use the axe. And we get to strike first. Which is good. Very, very good. Sweet. Time to die. As you can see, one claw attack's not going to kill it off in one hit. So, that's a lot of XP, by the way. That's good. Alright, now we could... And there... Okay, so there's that. Ooh! Faceplant. This claw saved me. Here's how to use it. Select the claw, hold the A button, and press the control pad. Now it's yours. So we get the cat claw, which, again, it's situational, as you can see, but now we can climb around these fucking things. Slide down them as needed. Let's explore what's down here. Foist. I don't think there was anything. Maybe there is. So let's deal with this. Oh my god, no! Oh wait, I want to use Phoebe's magic. And her bow is way better offensively than the claw, if I'm not mistaken. Not way better, but it is better, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, easy fight there. And this will bring us up in this area. Okay, alright, let's go this way first. Because there are chests to collect! Let's see if the cat claw does more damage than the axe right now. I think it will. Oh, but he's strong against the paralyzed attack. So actually, no, he did less damage. So I figured it was something along those lines. But it causes poison, so that's important to you. It's not important to me. Yeah, as you can see, the bow is a lot better. So we'll keep the axe on, only using the claw when we fight something that's not strong against it. Insta-gib. Insta-gib. That's what I likes to see. And this is a good fight for XP. 10 of these and easily will level. Okay, we're actually, I think, moving further into the dungeon, which, I don't want to do yet. So we'll make a thing to go back. Let's use the claw here and see how it fares. Nice. Don't you tase me, bro! Fucking riddle. Oh, come on, dude, really? And we'll heal up after this, too. And refreshers, that's good if we get hit by something that reduces stats, I guess. I don't remember using the... I don't recollect using the refreshers very often. I don't remember a time when I actually use them very often. So, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Right, really quick, I just want to make sure we're not leaving anything behind down here. So, let's go this way and pretend as if we were going back the way we came. So, we got that. That's got bombs in it, I think. Which is why we didn't get it. Okay, we can't do anything there. So, the only way to get out of here is this way. And then we'll go up and to the right. Because we saw obviously stuff to do over there. Get that chest. And we'll blow that thing open. See what's in there. Are you gonna get it, Bobby? And the battle is won. Try the axe and see if we get more damage. I think it outright does a little bit more damage, but it doesn't offer any status effects. Where the claw, it looks like the claw can poison and stun enemies, but at less damage. So, since he can't kill them outright with the axe anyway, it kind of makes sense to actually just kill off, use the claw, because there's a chance we could paralyze the enemy. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, that's what I was hoping to do. Oh shit. Yeah, at least she attacked him. Ooh. Alright. And bombs away. Oh, yeah. This brings us here. And then we'll just make sure we save some of our arrows. Not that that's an issue, but just in case. There we go. Nice. Yeah, so there's the boss down there that looks like a big fucking fish. And we're not going to drop down there, obviously, but we are going to fight all these enemies up here for the delicious XP and consumables. And we got, obviously, the Sparna, which will go down really quickly because of Phoebe here. Claw probably would have been a better option, but no, that still killed him pretty quick, too. I believe the axe is also good against turtle enemies, so that'll be something as well. So we'll just take these guys down a little bit at a time, and yeah. Our goal is to get fucker close to Phoebe's level by the time we're out of this dungeon, too, because that'll get things kind of caught up where we need them to be. And I think the axe is good against these guys, too, I think. We'll see in a minute here. Yeah. Again, just another strange thing that they're weak against the axe for whatever reason. A lot of XP. Arrow refill there. Now we gotta come around and fight those fuckers. For their deliciously scrumptious XP. Even though we're not gonna get an item out of it, but I'm in it for the XP, baby. Because we, unlike people who this game was designed for, we are experienced RPG gamers. And those of you watching are most likely experienced RPG gamers and would be doing the same thing. Great! At least we lucked out there. At least it wore off. Yeah, keep confusing Phoebe, after all I give a shit. Ow! Okay, now we at least are in control here. There we go. It's gonna happen, you know, just based on the way the game plays itself. And considering Phoebe would one-shot fucker, you're at the mercy of the game at that point. here. Oh, we get to strike first, which means we could probably sweep this fight. That's what happens when you get a critical. Weak against axe, weak against arrows. Same shit. Ooh, didn't kill it that time, huh? That's fine. And fucker leveled up. Let's take a look at what his next 2 level is. About 7,500. A little less than 7,500. So, if we're getting about 300 a kill, let's say the average is 300 a battle, it would be about 13 or 14 fights, which there's easily that many here, give or take, if not more. Hold on one second, we're getting a lag again. Alright. Yeah, it's something, it has to do with the recording software. And for some reason, when it's doing its compiling, it lags the hard drive out. Because my hard drive is actually getting pretty old, and it's probably due for an update. I need to get a new hard drive in there. So, bear with me, guys. I don't mean to do that, but I will have to do that every once in a blue moon. Every once in a while. Alright, so we've cleaned out this area. And now we gotta go to the left side of the dungeon here. Already cleaned out what was down there. Definitely get to strike first. I'm on fire! And a crit, nice. Okay, let's cat claw this bitch. Let's make our way down here. We'll probably fight our way out of this one. I'm not going to use magic. Not really a reason to. She'll insta-give that one, she'll insta-give the other one, and then we'll use fucker to... Well, never mind. Alright. The battle is won. And then we'll remove blind. Nothing over there. And fight we go. Same structure as the last time we fought these clowns, which would be fire spell. I'm on fire. And the battle is won. Nice. We gotta kill Sonic here. You don't think they were making a crack at Sonic? Alright, killing time, chapman. Great. I should use the axe. Yeah, well. Oh shit, she missed too. There we go. Fucking finally, brah. And then... obviously we gotta fight our way through this. Which is fine. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be a lot of fights. A lot of just flat-out battles that we just have to deal with. But it's all for the greater good. The greater good. Alright, cure potions, arrows, worms that like to commit suicide, because I don't think we've actually been attacked by one of these worms yet, or if we did, it didn't do much. So, pretty much just free XP as far as I'm concerned. Oh, there's a hit. Yeah, they hit pretty hard, but nothing we can't handle. We'll kill this dude, and we'll use fire this time, because that way we'll speed this along a little bit faster here. There we go. These guys, too, give pretty good XP just for being the fact they're weak against fucker. And Phoebe can one-shot him anyway. That's just free XP. Lots of XP. Delicious, glorious XP! Oh no! Ooh, that's gonna hurt. And so we'll recover after that fight for obvious reasons. It's not like we don't have a lot of healing potions. Should use the claw. The claw! Oh, fuck. Ah, god damn it. Great. He's still confused? The fuck you say? No, he's not. And again, we'll use healing potions just because. I'd rather be over-prepared than under-prepared. There's a potion in there. Oh well, shit happens when you party naked. So we got more turtle fuckers. Nice. So we make our way into this room. Like I said, it's really just a lot of enemies and a lot of fights. There's not much to the fights themselves until you get further into the game, and then there is something more to these fights. But right now, we're really just... The one way that we could get killed is if we get confused up the ass, and we have no means of, like, defending ourselves from ourselves, strangely enough. So... yeah, that's just kind of the way that this is working out right now. And the fact that Phoebe's missed 3 times in a row is always annoying as shit. Come on, guys. Enough with the bullshit. It's time to kill stuff. There we go. I didn't even attack that time. There we go. Like the game knew it was kind of being a douchebag. We'll work our way down to get those chests in the bottom right. Because, you know, it's free shit. Alright. Let's get it on. Figure we get the items first and then kill off the guys. The guys are something we want to use. Really, dude? Killing your father, fucker. You're killing your father, Larry! Alright. Obvious things will be obvious. But yeah, as we progress through the game, the enemies start changing up their weaknesses a bit more, so you have to kind of know going into the fight what they're weak against in order to make the battles go smoothly. So you'll be swapping weapons around in combat, but that's really it. There's not much more complexity to this game than that. Bosses as well. It's really just, you know, knowing what they're weak against, and then you're pretty much good. So he's gonna kick Phoebe and knock her out of her trance. Or her confusion state, rather. Yeah. The centaurs are probably the biggest threat because of what they can do. The fact that they can confuse an enemy and make it near impossible to get any kind of traction in a fight. If both of your characters get confused, you could easily have your characters end up killing themselves in the process. So it's one of those kind of things where when it happens, it's kind of a pain in the ass. 2 more fights and we'll level, which will be great. Alright, let's see here. Die. Oh dear God, why? And boom goes the dynamite. Alright, one of these. Oh, we get to strike first, so that's even better. Okie day. And skadoosh. Fucker levels up. Always a good thing. And so now we have to play this little goofy thing here, in which now we're in an area where we can't really see things, but it's not like the end of the world. You can kind of pick out what the monsters are just by the way they kind of look. Nothing too intricate about, you know what group of enemies you're going to be fighting, what mobs are. Later there are some where it's harder to tell, but at that point that's the last thing you should be worrying about at that juncture. I probably should have healed her, but whatever. We made it all the same. Alright, let's see here. We have a lot of MP, so I'm not too hyper concerned about dealing with it. Axe and arrow. And we'll keep moving. Yeah, I know. This is pretty much the game. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but hold on to your butts because it's just back-to-back battles. And like I said, there's a little bit more tactical stuff that comes into these battles later in the game, but outside of that, that's about it. You know, this is the majority of this game, is just dicking around with this stuff. Get the item. Let's get that cat claw out. After the one that's almost dead. That is very fresh, rather. There we go. Nice. Some arrows for our trouble. God damn it, really, dude? Oh, jackass. Ooh, that's gonna sting. And finish these guys off, hopefully. And the battle is won. Nice. How close are we to leveling? Okay, so about 10 battles. Ugh. So we're probably not going to level off of this, but there's a battle area right outside the temple. Right outside, I'm sorry, the cave here. So we'll be able to finish leveling off of that and use any leftover magic we have in that fight. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good either. Oh, come on. Really, dude? There we go. And let's go ahead and heal up here. To think there was something in here, but I don't think there is. So, almost to the boss. So close yet so far. And same shtick as before. Damn it. Really, dude? Killing your father, Larry. You're killing your father. You fucking useless fuck. Come on. Alright. And this is probably the last random battle. Not random, but this is the last battle before we get to a boss. Like I said, there are ways to maneuver around battles so you can do less battles, but there's no reason not to fight everything. So just fight everything. You'll be happier with yourself later for doing it. Right, before we get too close, let's heal up there. Let's make a save. You can save anywhere. Okay, shit goes south. I want to check something. So yeah, the cat claw is actually weaker than the axe in damage, but it causes paralysis and poison. So we're gonna go with the axe for this fight. Alright. Yes. And then I'm just gonna single target there. And I think that the squid boss has a little over oath, so the fire ain't gonna do us no good at all. Okay, this is gonna change how we handle things here. Alright, let's we don't want to get hit by defense down, so do that. Just use the arrows to kill these Sparnas. Fuck these guys. Ouch. Ooh. And then there we go. And let's get him hard. Let's get him real good. We can try Quake, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see if it does anything more. They're strong against it, so we're not going to bother with fucker's magic. Ooh, that's going to leave a mark. And this battle's pretty much won, though. I mean, we're just going to use this magic until he's whittled down as much as we can. And then when we run out of thunder, we're obviously going to hit him with, melee attacks. He should be almost dead, so... Good, a weaker attack, so now we can wail on him. So we're out there. Nice! And there she goes. That must be the Libra crest. Let's take it and go to the Libra temple. There's a mark there that looks just like the design on the crest. Stand on it and it will be warped to the Life Temple. Alright. That's good to know. So now we've completed that. Yay! Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. Not a hard fight, like I said in the past. Like I said going into this, it's not a hard fight. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And later in the game, we'll actually get a spell that lets us get out of these places instantaneously. But we don't have it right now, so forget that. Go. As we gotta make the long, lame walk back. So, enemies are getting a little more intricate, but not much. And like I said, this is pretty much the way the game goes. It does get a kind of a difficulty curve after we do the fire crystal stuff. If you haven't figured out the theme is elemental crystals, then the joke's on you. That you're not obviously paying enough attention. But yeah, when we get to there, there's a bit of a difficulty curve, but nothing significant. There's some more arrows. Alright, and then now we're back outside. Yay! Before we move on, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tackle this battlefield right here. And this should give us enough XP to get level 14 or so. So I will see you guys. These are all enemies that we had already fought inside the dungeon, so we'll see you guys as soon as I'm done here. I was actually wrong about that. These are actually enemies we've not fought, and these enemies kind of blow. If you don't use a ranged attack, they do damage to you as you hit them. They're not hard, though. So I'll sit through this with you guys at least a little bit. It seems like it's just going to be a bunch of these, so if something changes, I'll show it to you. Alright, here we are in the last one, but I'm out of magic, which is fine, because we'll just use bombs to keep the AoE, to keep the retaliation damage low. We don't have to worry about that. And the battle is won. We clean them out, we get 600 gold, nice. So that was all we got from that was money. And leveling up, you know what, we're almost to level. I'm gonna go back in the ice dungeon and just level really quick, because we're so close to leveling anyway. I'd rather just be kind of done with it. And so when we come back, guys, on the next episode, we'll be heading to the Life Temple via the Libra Temple, as well as, you know, handling anything else that comes our way. We'll see you guys there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.